Hey guys, Rebel95 recording live from looking at my prison cell. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I have been sick for the last couple of days, if you can't hear it in my voice. And in order to remedy this dilemma, I may have had a libation or few before recording this video. So if I go off on a tangent or if I can't talk properly, that's why. But yeah, this is a fight I just decided to do as I am speaking right now. And it's not one I was particularly uh fond of doing, but what the hell. Um this is Indominus Rex from the Jurassic Park franchise, specifically Jurassic World, versus Devil Dino from Marvel, actually. Yeah, the sort of enhanced dinosaurs, if you will. Yeah, I mean, it was between this and Indominus Rex versus Sharktopus, but Sharktopus is a little weird. So, let's get into it here. So, Indominus Rex is essentially a organization or a company's attempt at expanding on the work of its predecessor, whereas its predecessor brought dinosaurs back to life. Their company said, well, why don't we use the DNA of multiple dinosaurs and create new dinosaurs for our attraction, never learning from the mistakes of the past. And they created the being known as Indominus Rex. Indominus Rex is considered to be the greatest killing machine in the history of dinosaurs, past, present, and future. Simply based off the fact that they basically bred out all of the weaknesses of being a T-Rex while providing all of the benefits and supplemented it with alternative dinosaur DNA. Like, for instance, this thing has long arms that it can grab you with because it has raptor DNA. And alongside that raptor DNA, it obtains a hunt and packs mentality where it tries to exploit a weakness when it fights you rather than just trying to dominate you with its features, right? This thing can grab onto you and basically do whatever it wants rather than a T-Rex, which would have to just kind of bite you to death or stomp you. This thing is like, I'm going to grab you and bite you exactly the way that is going to kill you rather than just keep going until it works. And this is evidence in its fight against the Ankylosaurus, where it intentionally flips the thing on its back so that it can crush its stomach where it knows it has no plate armor. So it's been given superior intelligence to that of pretty much any dinosaur, but in the veins of having a instinctual capacity rather than having like a thought capacity. Like Chris Pratt's character says, it has raptor DNA. And he was able to identify that by seeing how it hunts and how it kills. But yeah, I mean, did it take down the original T-Rex? I can't remember. It fought the original T-Rex from the Jurassic Park franchise and ended up fighting against other genetically engineered dinosaurs like Blue, even though Blue is just a raptor, so we can't really, fight it. But yeah, it is basically the mistake of humanity. Your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they didn't think if they should, that sort of thing, right? And yeah, it is, like I said, the biggest abomination of dinosaur. It is the greatest killing machine in dinosaurs, past, present, and future. Right, now on to Devil Dino. Now, Devil Dino is a character. It's a very old character, actually, believe it or not. In fact, fun side story. My my environmental biology teacher in high school, and I've been out of high school for 10 years, talked about how he grew up reading Devil Dino comics. Devil Dino nowadays is usually accompanied by a character named Moon Girl, who has her own set of powers. But Devil Dino is essentially a dinosaur that was exposed to some magical radiation that gave him human-esque intelligence, which I'm assuming means sentience. Now, he can't talk or necessarily like act on his own, but what he does is pretty much he has the capacity to think independently, act on the behalf of others, act in accordance with the circumstance rather than just going off of pure instinct. Think situations through. Whereas, most dinosaurs wouldn't have that ability. Now, other than that, I hate to say it, other than that and his color, he is pretty much a regular T-Rex. But, like I said, this is a T-Rex with the ability to think, which is a terrifying prospect. But there's not really that much I can say about his power set other than that, because, like I said, normally he's accompanied by Moon Girl, and Moon Girl, usually they're like a dynamic duo situation. But getting into this fight, this is a little difficult because we're really very close on what these two characters are capable of. These are just two giant lizards fighting each other. They don't have too much specific ability related to them. Now, so it is like the nitty gritty that we have to focus on here. So we've got a dinosaur with an enhanced killer instinct and physical attributes to match versus a dinosaur that has surpassed instinct. My ears are ringing a little bit. So how do we approach this? Well, on one hand, I will say, just because Devil Dino was given the ability to think doesn't mean he knows all of the things that are provided via Indominus Rex's instincts, right? Indominus Rex's instincts provide him with the knowledge of how to like exploit the weaknesses of another dinosaur, and like I said, Indominus Rex has fought a T-Rex before. Granted, not one with human-esque intelligence. So, Devil Dino may be able to think and may be able to solve problems that it's unfamiliar with, but it doesn't gain that instinctual knowledge that Indominus Rex has. Also, like I said, the physical attributes of Indominus Rex are important because, like, it has raptor-esque features. It has lengthened arms. It has its spine is aligned differently so that it can, run faster. So it can jump, so it can latch onto things. So Indominus Rex is going to be a lot more physically able than Devil Dino, and he's going to pretty much know how to kill Devil Dino right away, or know, what to do. That is to say, if Devil Dino was a normal T-Rex. So we are in a battle of brain versus brawn here. I would like to say that brain, should overcome brawn here. However, the physical advantages of Indominus Rex do seem to be, something that to take into consideration. What I will also say comes into play here is the experience of Devil Dino. Because of the magic it was exposed to, it does gain like kind of a heightened lifespan, and it has had a lot of experience fighting, anything from supervillains to mechs to whatever. Granted, it is usually accompanied by Moon Girl or by like another hero in order to do that. So we're kind of at a standstill here. These characters are a little too similar. Who I would give it to be completely honest with you, I would probably give this to Indominus Rex as don't let the enhanced intelligence fool you. Devil Dino is not... It's human-esque intelligence, not human-level intelligence. This thing isn't, like, solving math problems. It's just... it gains the ability to think independently rather than rely completely on instinct. And not to mention, there is a bit of a domestication factor here. Like, yes, it's a T-Rex, but it's a T-Rex that has kind of lived with the comforts of modern living. So I feel like Indominus Rex is going to see this thing and say, okay, I'm going right after that spot in your neck that's going to kill you. And Devil Dino's like, okay, what can I do to avoid this? He has an analytical mind, not necessarily human level, but he has like a problem-solving mind. Whereas you have another dino that's pretty much designed to kill independently versus a dinosaur that's able to think but also has a dependency on people. So I think that's kind of the flaw here, is that all of Devil Dino's greatest feats, especially its greatest mental feats, have to come with its planning along, its execution of plans alongside other characters. Whereas Indominus Rex, even though it has raptor DNA and should have a pack mentality, it does act independently, and it has this provided instinct of multiple different creatures. So yeah, I'm gonna bring this to Indominus Rex, to be honest with you. As weird as that sounds. Anyway, very close fight, very weird fight, but one I'm pretty happy to do, to be honest. Hopefully I'll get something to you next week, and I'll be in better speaking condition. Anyway, Verbal Ninja 95, see ya.